Phayze is back this week, and this is going to be a good one. Because looking at the modifiers, the boss has 6 times speed and 90% health. And when you pair that with Phayze's teleports, that means I'll have very little time to actually defend the boss. But either way, on top of that, there are very little monkey bands, and the map is logged, so we got an easy map today. Then lastly, of course, I want to do ranked mode, and looking at the leaderboard, it is a least tiers week with the top scores right now being sub 70 tiers. Let's see how I can do. And also, if you guys have been enjoying my videos, you'd probably enjoy my Discord server as well, which I'm pretty active in. So if you're interested, that will be linked in the top of the description, or it's just discord.gg/Mahalik. Either way, let's take down Phayze. Okay, here we go, guys. We have over 4,000 starting cash, which is pretty solid, so it's gonna give me enough money to start with my man Benjamin, which I think I'll have him placed right around here. It's normally best to place Benjamin near line of sight blockers, and that's because you don't want his Trojan throwing on every balloon. It actually loses you money. But either way, besides Benjamin, we're going to get 2 banana farms down as well. And let's start this thing off. Benjamin's going to be great for us to just help my early game money generation, which will be needed since 600% speed Phayze is not necessarily easy. Now I know what some of you guys are thinking, why did you not go Geraldo? Typically Geraldo is better than Benjamin. That is true, but the reason why I didn't go Geraldo here is because Geraldo was banned. Either way, we're gonna add an engineer this round. I do need something to defend with. I could have added the free dart monkey, but I don't think I'm gonna use any darts in my overall strategy, so best not to waste tiers on that. Either way, what's my plan with this early game farming? Because things got a little bit weird. We started with 2 banana farms, one is the top path, one is the middle path. But of course, as with everything in these boss events, I have an overall plan, and we're gonna make this guy into a valuable bananas with rushing a monkey bank. And that's because the bank / IMF alone is a great way to start your early game farming, especially when you have Benjamin paired alongside of that, because Benjamin buffs the banks starting at level 5. And as for the secondary farm, just a 200 farm is going to allow me to have a decent amount of income before I save up for the bank upgrade. And I can turn this guy into a banana central later, which is a very tier efficient farming tower, especially when you have an ultra boost for it, which is the plan with this engineer. It looks like we can afford the bank on round 10. That is super early, and I think while we have the bank cook up, I'm just going to save for the banana plantation next. The rounds are starting to get a little bit difficult. We can use Benjamin ability to help me out though. So we're going to use it this round. Probably have to use Benjamin ability in round 15 as well. We'll use it when the pink balloons come out. Now, strong targeting. And just like that, we are going to get the banana plantation up on round 16. It's pretty early. There we go. Now here's the thing with banana plantation. As I said earlier, I'm going to make this into my banana central later, and because of that, I'm wondering if I should spend 2 tiers on the middle cross path. Because sometimes you can skip out on those upgrades to greed more, but I think in this case, I am just going to buy the upgrades. Since Phayze is very strong, the extra farming is most likely needed. And I'll save for this IMF next, but I'm pretty sure before that point, I need to get more defense. This engineer is starting to struggle. So what I'll do in that case is just add a ninja to our setup. Simply an unupgraded one, but the reason why I decided on a ninja is first of all, I need camo protection. But second of all, the ninja paragon is really good against Phayze. So I think that's one of the paragons I'm going to use in my strategy. Now my overall solution is most likely going to be a 2 paragon solution because I'm aiming for 70 tiers, remember that. Which most of the time adds up to 2 paragon based strategies. And if the ninja paragon is 1 paragon inside of a 2 paragon strategy, it's most likely going to be the cheaper paragon I get, I think. So I'll probably get like an ace paragon or a spike factory paragon alongside of it for the higher tiers. Either way, enough with the yapping. It's time to continue farming. Let's collect you, build an IMF loan, and redeposit. And my hope with this IMF loan is after round 26 concludes, I'll have this ability off cooldown, and we can make some big money moves with it. So let's collect you, and I'm going to start the round, use IMF loan ability, then build a BRF. Let's go. Nice. And after this BRF, we're going to save for the overclock next. We do need to defend round 27, which is going to be a little bit difficult. Trying to target my things in a way to minimize leaks. Also deposit into the IMF loan. I think we're doing a decent job defending. I'm probably going to leak a ton of lives, but it's fine. Not as many leaks as I would have thought, actually. Now, hopefully I left myself enough money left over where I can afford cleansing foam for round 28. Yes, I can. Perfect. Around 30, I can actually afford the overclock. I maybe can. If I do this, we're first going to do a technique where I collect and redeposit multiple times, and that allowed me to pay off my debts, which then allows me to use this IMF loan ability to create more debt. We are loan maxing here today, guys. Right when I get 3,500, we're going to use that and get the overclock up. Now, unfortunately, I don't think... Yeah, we aren't going to utilize the overclock on round 30 to make me more income. So it's actually a way for me to optimize this, and that's doing the same exact process, but waiting longer before I use the IMF loan ability. And the reason why this is more optimized is because when you use the IMF loan ability, you only get 50% income. So I'm gonna get more income before I take the 50% hit and use it now. And I still should be able to get the overclock off cooldown for around 31, which is what we're aiming for. Let's redeposit with the rest of our cash though. Like the second method allows me to redeposit more money into the IMF loan compared to the first method. Now we overclock the BRF though, which I think is like plus 80% income on the BRF. It's pretty impactful. And we will be making my next money move after round 34 concludes, where I will have, hopefully, a max cash out from this IMF loan again. I am going to need to get more defense mid-round though, to just not die. So I'm going to add a heli to our setup, believe it or not. The reason I'm going for a heli is one of the best upgrades in these least tiers events is always the special operations. Good for farming, good for defense, don't really have any complaints about that guy. Either way, let's collect you, almost full, and I'm gonna add a village which covers everything. This village being upgraded towards a monkey city for a plus 20% income bonus. Now I can't afford monkey city yet, but I should afford it with using the IMF loan ability. Yep. And that's reason number 2 why my Benjamin placement was 2000 IQ, because the Benjamin's income is also going to get buffed from the Monkey City as well. I think this round we can afford our support Chinook. So let's collect you, start the round, support Chinook, and redeposit. There you go. Farming is looking pretty solid, I've got to say. And at this point, probably just save towards Master Bomber because I think I'll need that for the tier 1 defense. A simple sticky bomb definitely won't suffice against 6 times speed Phayze. Alright, we finally made it to the tier 1 defense. Now I most likely will have to go for the Master Bomber before my special operations, but just for testing purposes, I'm going to try going for special operations first, because it would be better for my greed if I can pull that off. And special pops will also be able to make a little bit of money for me mid-defend as well. So we're going to use this ability, use that, special operations, and then we'll save for Sticky Bomb into Master Bomber next. Also, I probably should let these rounds get anti-stalled, because that'll make my income better. Get the Marine down. And I could say, Ryan, wouldn't special operations just solo Phayze? And that would be the case on any regular week. But against 6 times speed Phayze, you can see this guy is just so fast. There's no way the Marine's going to be enough to solo. Right, move you here. We want to make sure the Sticky Bomb's always attacking. This is going to be enough to do a little bit of damage, though, to help me out, for sure. Come on. That should be 2 skulls down in a second. Let's move this over here. How close am I to affording the Master Bomber? If I collect, I'm still like 5k off or so. If I use these IMF loan abilities as well. I don't think we're going to have the damage then. But who knows. Another Marine down here. Come on, I'm almost there. Collect you. Just a little bit more cash, please. Yes. Master Bomber. There's no way this is going to be enough, because the jump forwards are going to eat up the track length. But I feel like it's going to be somewhat close. Move you here. Marine at the bottom. Yeah, we're like, what? 1 skull off. That's actually pretty close. It makes me wonder if I optimize things a little bit with my greed. That might be achievable. Alright, take 2 at this. Collect ability Master Bomber. Yep. I'm also going to overclock the special operations, which loses me a little bit of money, but I think I need the extra damage here. Second skull is done. Come on. Get through the rest of this, Master Bomber. One more sticky, one more sticky, one more sticky. No! That is so close. That definitely can work. Oh my gosh. I know this is possible. So I ended up redoing this defense once again, but more optimized. And here's how I optimize things. Also, please disregard the amount of pauses. Might get a little bit annoying for you guys, I apologize. But the start was exactly the same. Special operations and Sticky Bomb, which is able to deal a decent amount of damage off the rip, get through a couple skulls. But the main difference is right here, and that's at the end of rounds, I targeted my Marine on last targeting to make sure we were anti-stalling. As keeping these rounds short is really important, that way I can get more farming rounds in before the boss travels too far, then setting me up perfectly to afford the Master Bomber on round 45, which is where I resume the live commentary once again. Alright, when round 45 starts, I'm gonna get the Master Bomber. Now. Yep, that was good timing. And let's get a Marine down here, move the Master Bomber into this location. Alright, hopefully we can defend this entire thing on round 45. That's the plan. It's gonna be the last skull that's probably gonna give me problems though. Come on. How far does this jump forward? I don't know if I have time. I need like 4 sticky activations, or 3 of them. One more sticky, one more sticky. No way. Ah, that's so frustrating. I've got an idea. I'm gonna wait a second and then place the Marine back here. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm hoping that I can have the timing where there's 2 Marines down at once for the final skull. And if they can deal enough damage, it'll allow me to use 1 less sticky on the final skull. I'm not sure if it's gonna work though. Can also overclock a Marine. Okay, it's about to be the timing. Overclock? Please. Do enough damage, do enough damage. Yes! I think I got it to work. Sticky activate? Oh my gosh. I'm 2000 IQ with those plays. Let's go. The double marine with the overclock did allow me to use one less sticky, which is what I needed. But yeah, that was a good tier 1. Our farming's looking decent at this point. And I think next we'll just save for Banana Central. Once again though, let's move the Master Bomber out of the way. It's even more important to stall the rounds now since I've got the special operations on the field, which will make me a lot of money. Alright, so the Banana Central is 115k. And if I collected you, used the I'm a Flown ability both at once, that makes me about 20k. So I need 95k on hand, according to some fast math calculations, which is probably gonna be like around 54 affording, is my thoughts. Okay, here we go. Collect you. That's 100k. I need 5k more and then I can get the Banana Central up. Let's actually use a Marine here early, just so I make the money faster. A little bit more. One more crate. Got it. There you go. Sell the Marine now, because we want to stall the round. Good plays. They call me the Farm Maximizer. That was my nickname back in summer camp, guys. But now that I've got the Banana Central on the field, we should be making some really solid money. And I'll save for the Ultra Boost next. Ultra Boost in the Banana Central, obviously, is always a good play. Which I should be able to afford the Ultra Boost in around 57 here. I'm going to collect you early. I need 62k on hand. And then I can use the I'm a Flown ability. I'm on one more crate. Yes, there we go. Ultra Boost. Perfect. And now with the Ultra Boost on the field, that creates even more of a need than I had beforehand to stall these rounds. Since I want to get 10 stacks on my Banana Central as early as possible here. Okay, I was able to get 3 stacks on it that round. Almost a 4th. We'll get the 4th at the start of round 58. Now, I do need to think about my tier 2 defense, because there's no chance I'm going to go for the Ninja Paragon for tier 2. That's probably going to be my tier 3 strategy. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to go for a Spike Factory. And Spike Factory Paragon is going to be my second Paragon of the strat. Now, why am I deciding Spike Factory Paragon over the Ace Paragon? There's 2 reasons. First of all, Spike Factory, I can use Super Mines, which will defend the tier 2 boss. And the reason why it's better than Flying Fortress is because if I have Flying Fortress, it's going to anti-stall the rounds. It has global range, while the Super Mines does not. And keeping a stall in these rounds is obviously super important with my type of strategy that I'm using. But then in addition to that, you have to remember Phayze is really fast. And historically, the Spike Factory Paragon has been the best Paragon to use against these fast bosses. So I'm going to keep that trend alive with this boss as well. But either way, with all that yapping being said, we're going to start stacking 4 Super Mines in round 59, because I have 10 stacks on the Banana Central now. Alright, I've used all my Ultra Boosts for this round. I have 7 stacks on the Spike Factory so far, which obviously isn't 10, but I should go get 10 soon, along with affording the Super Mines soon. Now, currently I'm going to leave this guy uncross-pathed, but if I lack the damage, then I might need to cross-path the Super Mines, which would obviously be hurting my score, but you know, sometimes things like that have to be done. And we can do the I'm a Flown tech to afford the Super Mines earlier as well. It's 125k, pretty expensive. Alright, let's move you here. I think I can afford it this round. I just need a little bit more money. Collect. Ability. Super Mines. Alright. Can this defend? I overclocked the Super Mines as well, opposed to my Banana Central, which might have been a bad decision. I'm not sure. We're going to alternate it. 1 Ultra Boost on Banana Central, 1 on the Super Mines. Let's move you here. I'm trying to predict where Phayze is going to be, because I know those Super Mines are going to break down the skull. Yep. Need to be smart with the targeting of things. Other Super Mines overclock. Let's move you here. I think we're going to be good against this, by the way, without cross-pathing the Super Mine, so it's going to save me some tiers, which is nice. Move you down here. Alright, last skull. Might have honestly been able to do this without overclocking the Super Mines as much as well, so I think I will retry this and see if I can just keep the Banana Central Ultra Boosted the entire time, since obviously that would help my farming quite a bit. Okay, it's looking like I was able to beat the tier 2 boss with using 1 less Ultra Boost on my Super Mines, which is nice. Alright, and at this point, I need to ask myself an important question, and that question is, do I want to purchase a Monkeynomics? Obviously that would help my farming quite a bit, but it'll also hurt my score by spending 1 more tier. And currently I'm going to try to skip out on the Monkeynomics, but I did create a save on round 64, so I can always go back to this point and get it if my farming was not enough. And at this point from round 64 till the tier 3 defend, there's really nothing too interesting going on. I'm simply using my special operations to stall out every round till I hit the time penalty. That way I can maximize my crate usage while continuing to ultra boost my farm in the process. Here we go, final round of farming before the tier 3 defend. Now the thing is, I don't simply just want to get the Ninja Paragon, I ideally want to get a degree 20, which means I will need some cash slider. Probably not that much, because we do have a little bit of pops as well, 200k pops in the Master Bomber. It's time for the tier 3 defend though. I think we're going to try ultra boosting my Super Mines during this, just so that I can rack up more Spike Factory pops. The only thing with this decision, though, is if I don't have enough money for the degree 20 Ninja Paragon, then I'll have to Ultra Boost the Banana Central instead. Either way, let's get the other Ninja 5th tiers in here. I think the Ninja Paragon's going to be in this location, by the way. And also, I might as well get Carpet Spikes at this point, too. I don't think it's going to anti-stall too hard. Maybe get a little bit more Spike Factory pops with that, too, as well. Now, I'm not sure how long I can actually wait to get the Ninja Paragon up. Obviously, we want to get it as late as possible, but I also don't want to die in the process. Okay, we hit a first skull. That's good. At least we hit a skull. Let's see what it would look like right now, if I got it. What degree it would be. With max slider. 15. That's not as high as I'd like. I feel like I'm not going to get 20. At least with Ultra Boosting my Super Mines. I guess I could also get higher degree 2 if I didn't spend money on the Carpet Spikes yet. Because that would be another like 50k I could spend on this on the cash slider. And I feel like at this point it's probably going to be too late to get the Ninja Paragon, but we'll see. I'll wait till like round 83. Alright, try it again now. 18. That's still not high enough. Okay. Let's retry from 80. No Carpet Spikes this time. Okay, let's see what degree it would be right now. Round 82. A little bit more cash slider than last time. 18. We're close. What if I went for it now? Later into the round. 20. Okay, that's good. Keep the Super Mines on top of the boss. We want to continue to get Super Mines pops. Now the question becomes, did I get the Ninja Paragon early enough? Does it deal enough damage to get through the rest of this HP in time? Because we have a lot of jump forwards remaining, which is a bit scary. I overclocked the Super Mines. I don't think I have enough damage, to be honest. Yeah. Man. It's close, too, is the thing. I still don't think I have time. I optimized things a lot, but this last jump forward's gonna kill me, isn't it? Man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we're dead. That sucks. I was so close to getting that tier 3 defend to work, but since we couldn't, I have to go back to round 64 and spend one extra tier on that Monkeynomics. Okay, I've pretty quickly made it back to round 80 with the Monkeynomics this time. Either way, let's try this again and see if we can make it happen. Oh, I definitely have more money than last time. 100%. I think we're gonna try to get the Ninja Paragon soon here. Wait a little bit longer. Let's go 250k in the slider. See if that's enough. It is. Let's try a little bit less then. I want to spend as little money to get the job done as possible, you know what I'm saying? 246k. There we go. Okay, I saved myself like 3,000 there. Not terrible. Move this up here. Again, I just want to farm as many pops with the Super Mines as possible against the boss. But the timing that I got the Ninja Paragon should be early enough. It was quite a bit earlier than the previous attempts. Yep, we're halfway down the HP. Just a little bit more, please. Wait. Is this seriously not gonna happen? What the heck? How'd I do worse? I got the Ninja Paragon so much earlier. I guess I have to get it even earlier than I did there. Alright, even earlier this time. There we go, 20. We just gotta trust in the process, I guess. Don't know where it went wrong last time. But let's please just work this time. I think we're ahead on the damage, comparatively. Oh yeah, we should be fine here. Last little bit of HP. And I am good. Nice. At this point, I'm just gonna have my Super Mines at the very top of the map, because we want to make sure all the pops are going to my Spike Factories. Speaking of which, let's get the other 5th tier Spike Factories as well. Carpet Spikes and Perma Spike, which I do realize having my Spike Factories in the top makes it so I can't stall the rounds, and I'll get less money from my farms. But I think it's still more important to keep them at the top just to get Spike Factory pops. Because if I didn't have them at the top, the Ninja Paragon would pop everything. Pops are generally better for Paragon power compared to Cash Slider. By the way, if our final tier is spent on the Spike Factory Paragon, which is what it will be spent on, this will come to a score of 70. So that means we will hit my goal, hopefully. My score would have been 69 if I did not buy the Monkeynomics I was trying to skip out on. But it is what it is. Okay, we've made it to tier 4 defend. I have 1.7 million pops on the Super Mines, and another like 80k on these guys. Just for testing purposes though, let me see what degree I'd have currently on a Spakagon. Probably not that high. Yeah, only 26. And for that reason, I need to defend the tier 4 boss without the Spike Factory Paragon, which is why getting degree 20 Ninja was so important. Either way, let's go. I still think even with degree 20 Ninja, this is not going to necessarily be easy, because again, the boss is really fast. So I'm going to try to keep the Super Mines attacking it for a lot of the time. Also just to help farm Super Mine pops too. Alright, that's 2 skulls down. That's good. Good start. This should be skull number 3 in a second. Let's Ultra Boost you. Yep, there we go. The thing is, the future skulls are harder than the initial ones because Phayze slows down the attack speed of your towers. So even though we are less than halfway through the map, it doesn't necessarily mean we have enough damage. It's gonna be close. I don't know. I don't know. This last skull is gonna be close, I think. Oh, collect you. Don't know how long that was full. Move you in the back. I don't know if we have time to throw enough stickies for this. Come on. It's looking like I don't. Yeah, no way degree 20 is not enough. I might have to spend another tier on like cross-pathing my super mines just for more damage. I don't even know if that'll make the difference either. Before I do that, I will give this one more go though. Maybe better micro with some things can help me out. Come on. I don't know how I got so much better this time. What the heck? I'm like far ahead. I feel like I didn't really change anything, I'll be honest. I mean, I'll take it. I guess I probably just got like lucky and used one less sticky bomb somewhere along the way. I'm not complaining though. Let's move the supermines back towards the top. Good defense, guys. We'll take that. That tier was a little bit harder than I was expecting. I feel like my Ninja Paragon spot's probably not the most optimal, like having it more centered would be better, but obviously my helipad's blocking that location. Either way, with that defend done, let's recheck what degree Spike Factory Paragon I'm looking at, because I got a lot more pops during that defend, and got some money. 36 currently. My initial plan with this boss event was to get degree 60 plus Spike Factory Paragon, but I feel like that's kind of unlikely at this point. We'll try our best though, especially with the fact that Ninja Paragon's sniping some of the blimps and losing me out on Spike Factory pops too, which isn't great. I'm now on round 116. Now this is typically the round you want to get the Spike Factory Paragon up on, because you normally want to build a big pile of spikes before the boss comes out. However, in this case, it might not be worth, because I can probably squeeze out some extra Paragon degrees by waiting longer. But I do want to test once again. And we're at 55 currently. It'd be great if I could get 5 extra degrees in 4 more rounds. I feel like that's unlikely, but we can try. Degree 60 would be so good. On the bright side, rounds 116 and 118 both have a decent amount of pops I can get, which should contribute a lot of Paragon power. Checking again on round 119 now. Please be degree 60. I beg of you. Please, please, please. 59. No! I think I can get degree 60 then if I wait one more round. The only problem with that is I won't have Spike Factory abilities off cooldown either, so it's gonna make things really complicated. I could also try this, getting it up mid-round after I make a little bit of farm income and get a couple pops. Please be degree 60. Still 59, what the heck? Oh, I'm stupid. I completely forgot about this guy. Move my camera. There is an Ultra Boost hiding from me, guys. I can sell this for an extra 65k of Paragon power. Oh my gosh, that probably makes the difference. Let's see if that allows me to get degree 60 here. Please? Still 59, what the heck? But with a mid-round play, I think I can get degree 60, hopefully. All right, try getting it now. Degree 60, please. Yes, we got it, okay. Target right here. And there's a trick you can do on round 119, which I've showcased in a previous video. And that trick is right before this round ends, use the Spike Factory ability, and this will carry over for round 120. Plus I'll be able to activate this again on round 120, so I'll basically be able to get 2 activations of it, which will help a lot. Let's defend. Hopefully this is enough to take care of the first skull pretty quickly. It should be, mixed in with the Ninja Paragon, of course. Alright, target here. Let's go activate it again. The only issue is I don't have Spike Again yet, which normally you want Spike Again, of course. It's really strong. We use it right away once I get it. Come on. There we go. Target them right here. I don't think I'm able to snipe anymore with that. Okay. We're able to get 2 skulls down early. Let's use the Spike Factory ability. Hopefully the Spike Again and Ninja Paragon can hit this 3rd skull, and then this pile can deal with the 4th skull. That's my plan with it. Alright, start targeting in this location. I think I have enough spikes in that one spot. Alright, I think, yeah, Ninja Paragon hit that 3rd skull. It's good. And then for this next one, we can deal with the shield like that and use Spike Again Explosion for the rest of the HP. Nice. Come on, let's deal with this skull. Only have 2 remaining if I do it. Come on, pop, pop. Oh, that took a little bit longer than I would have liked. This is pretty close, though. I think with some optimizations, it probably can be done. Especially with the fact I'm getting Spike ability back. Oh, wait. Look at how close we are. Come on. 1.3 million's gotta be doable, dude. 800k remaining, actually. That's 500k remaining. Okay, what if I use Spike Gun Explosion earlier? Like, now. It's like, I'll get it back off cooldown a little bit faster this way. Come on. And start stacking some mines towards the back. Use downgrade ability as well. We don't want blimps destroying my spike pile. Dude, the Spike Factory's attack speed is so slow. You see how long it took me to deploy one spike? That's because of Phayze is slowing down everything as well. Oh, man. Okay, spike again. Please, explosions, do your thing. Ability? Wait. That's good. We got the ability back in time. 1 million. 700k. 600k. No! 300k. Ninja Paragon attack again. Ninja Paragon sticky. Ninja Paragon sticky. Yes! The sticky did it! Oh my gosh. That felt good. Degree 60 Spike Factory Paragon, Degree 20 Ninja Paragon, defended tier 5, even with getting the Spike Factory Paragon super late. And we got 70 tiers, which isn't bad at all. I feel like this was a pretty good strategy. Let's see how we are on the leaderboard. Looks like that puts me 5th. Oh, someone else submitted mid-run, but looking at their profile, this is most likely a hacker. You can tell from the lack of boss badges and stats and stuff. Either way, I'll take that. I am a little bit curious as to how people got 66 tiers. If I were to guess, they probably used a different Paragon combination, like maybe Engineer Paragon and Spike Factory Paragon, but I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. Ramac out. Peace. Have a good one.